Hello everybody, my name is Drew and welcome back to a brand new episode of Sky Factory 3, where of course we're still on our lovely little sky island in the sky, the lovely little island in the sky. That's a terrible name for this. Anyway, welcome back everybody. We've got some great things happening. Check out, we have a dog friend, little dog friend that's joined us. There's another wolf in there and a pig, I think, but this is our new tree farm. So oh, rip pig, looks like the pig finally died. Rip pig. So remember we tried to build a tree farm with Steve's carts last episode, and I was a little bit behind on the times with it. So I did some research and did some updating, and this is what we've come up with. I completely redesigned the track. There's a different cart than what we started with, and then there's this guy. Let's start with the cart. So the cart, this is a reinforced hull, so it's a second tier of hulls. Second tier or third tier? I can't remember. Hold on. Let's look. Reinforced on. That's Steve's carts. So it's the third tier? Yeah. It's this guy, the reinforced hull. I think there's one better than this. Yeah, the Galgadorian hull, whatever that is. But that's that guy. But we've got this guy. You can have up to 5 engines in it. It's got a capacity of 500 for modules. Maxed out on of 12, and that doesn't matter. So we built basically the same thing, but the difference is I put two things in this guy. I've got a solar engine for when it's running in the day, and then we've got a coal engine as well, so that it can keep powered and running during the evening or when it's underneath a tree and blocked from light. And it's set up so that it uses the solar engine whenever it can and forgoes using the coal engine, so we use a little less of power on it. The woodcutter is, I think, the same woodcutter. I don't think I put the upgraded. Oh, maybe I did put, yeah, I did put the upgraded. So this is the second tier of woodcutter. It has a much higher durability. And the track here is arranged such that it's as dense packed of trees that I can make it for this width. I could have made it longer this way, right? And then extended these tracks out and back. But the idea is that, well, you can see it checkerboards these trees so they grow in a decent pattern, and then when it goes around, it'll encounter them, and then it'll strip the leaves first, and you can see it strips all the leaves up, and then it starts working its way down, getting rid of the wood. You'll see it go in a second here, and it's got a pretty decent range on it. I'm actually pretty happy with how that works. And by the time it gets back around, usually some of these are grown, and thus the cycle continues. In only a couple hours, I guess, this has been running. We've got this much wood in our storage system, and a bunch of apples, of course, as well. And I already emptied this of wood once, and that's in literally a couple of hours. So this is an extremely efficient design. And because we're getting so much coal, it's literally going to be nothing to just every once in a while go toss some coal in there. But we do have a little bit of a problem, because how are we going to get all of the wood into our refined storage system, and how are we going to get the coal automatically there? Because we can go and manually fill it, but we don't need to manually fill things. Oh, there is a skeleton over there that I'm going to kill. Now, we haven't solved another problem, is I need Z-Logic controllers. Well, rip skeleton. And to do that, we need the heads of zombies. This is to do with our farming situation. Zombie head, which should be that guy. Yeah, see, there's no recipe to get it. There's recipes to use it in, of course, but there's no way to get it without beheading a zombie, unfortunately. And I don't think I've dropped any from this farm, because you need something with beheading. I believe the old spikes would work. We do have the spikes, so we might try, instead of doing the punji sticks, we'll swap these out for spikes on the wall there, and maybe we'll get some beheading happening. Hopefully, one can hope. Resource-wise, how are we doing? Are we filling up this chest yet? Little bit. So I need to get some expansion for this guy going, or get its own refined storage system. One or the other. Probably refined storage system would be better when we've got a little more automation happening and we can actually interface everything. But yeah, this is still working well. How many ender pearls do we have? 1 stack. Okay, so we don't have a ton of ender pearls, but that's okay. We should get ender lily seeds at some point and make a farm. But yeah, we need to figure out how to get all that wood and stuff. So I was originally thinking, well, why don't I just use import and export pipes from, or interfaces from refined storage, which would work. It gets a little complicated with the in and out though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this and we're going to go like that. Now I could have this all. I don't think there's a sawmill in this. I don't think there's a sawmill in this. We're going to have 2 chests going though. 1 chest for the export, 1 chest for importing the coal, I think is the way to do this. But I need some other stuff. Can I make... Let's see if we have a sawmill. No, we don't have a sawmill. But can I do... Can I use you? Like, how could I get wood? Okay, so it's just straight crafting. Okay, so there's no way to multiply our wood. If we had access to a sawmill, then we could get a ton of wood. But we don't need to do that. Okay, so we're going to come over here. And we're going to set these up with, I suppose, where's this guy? It's over here. So we're going to put, we'll put him on the ground, I guess. Put 1. And to make sure. Now, we could always upgrade these. Where's my other... I thought I made 2 of these. Where's the other one? The hell? Did I not? Apparently, I didn't make a second one. That's weird. I'll have to watch that footage back to make sure I didn't just disappear or something. Make a second one. Now, as I was saying, we could always upgrade these with the iron chest stuff to make them have more capacity if we needed it. I don't think we're going to, though. I don't think that's going to be an issue. But that one's going to go there, and then we're going to grab... Oh, I need item. I need import and export. What have I got? That is an importer. Do I have an exporter? I do. So, you'll see how this works. So, we've got those 2, and then the last thing I need... is a pipes. I need those guys, and I might have filters left somewhere because I made a fuck ton of them. Yeah, some filters. Okay, this should be everything that we need to make this work. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come around here, and I'm gonna grab our item conduits first, and we're gonna go from the bottom. Oh, rip wolf, and we're gonna connect it to 2 spaces, that one and that one. And then these can come in the middle here and do that and that. There we go. And we're going to say on this, you're going to both extract and import. So the import's going to be our green channel, and that's going to be this guy right here. That's going to be for the coal. So for this, we're going to say we want an exporter on the side. And hear me out why. So the exporter is going to go there. And then the importer will go on this panel. Will it let me do that? No, it will not. That's okay. Importer is going to go on the front side. See, this is where this is kind of a drawback with this system. And opposed to AE2. AE2, they are kind of like conduits. They will all fit inside the same block. We're going to disable that. And connect up like that. So the exporter is going to be taking our coal and putting it in this, which is automatically going to extract whatever's in it. And it's only going to be coal, so it won't matter. We don't need any filters. This doesn't need filters either, but it needs to be on its own color network. So we're going to put it on brown and import. And on this guy, we're going to have the insert be green. Export, of course, will be brown, and we're going to filter it, and we're going to tell it that we want to pull out those, a bit of wood, and that. So let's go ahead, and we're going to tell it, pull out the apples, pull out the wood. And then we should see it all going into that chest, except the coal. We don't want the coal. We want the coal to go in. So if I say coal... it should just start putting the coal back. Perfect. Now this isn't very fast as of yet, but we can always put upgrades in it. The last thing we're going to need to do is set this guy up. Now for the exporter, we don't really care. It's all going to just, or the importer, we don't need a filter. It's in whitelist mode, but we don't care. It's all going to pull everything out. This is the one that we need to have a filter on, and we're going to say export types of items, and it should be in ignore redstone. I think that's it. Just item, and then I don't think I need to worry about the whitelist mode on the exporter, because it's always a whitelist mode. We're going to grab a piece of coal. Oh, there's my second chest. I knew I had 2 of them. And we're going to go over here and we'll say, hey, by the way, I want you to do this for me. Now, I'm wondering if we're going to get screwed by this, though. Now, will you do this? Ignore items, export that. It doesn't. Oh, it's not hooked up yet. Okay, so we're going to come up and we got to connect this over to there. So I think what we'll do is we'll run just underneath and we'll run across. So this is going to come like that because we've got to hook up over here. So we can hook up this way. I like hiding my wires as much as I can when I'm doing this. I feel like it just helps everything stay a little cleaner. Your mileage, of course, may vary. Okay, so we're going to run along. I hope I have enough cables. If not, we can make more of them. I think we'll be okay, though. Ooh, I think we're just short one. Oh, maybe not. No, we're short 1 cable. It's okay. We can make more. We can make more. Let's make some more. Cables in this are actually relatively easy to make. I was a little bit shocked, to be perfectly honest. All it is quartz joiner. It's so easy. Oh, we need more glass. Oh, I need more glass. Oh, no. Do I not have more glass? I don't. Okay, hold on. We can convert the quite clear glass to regular glass. Oh, well, rip that. It's okay. And there we go. We'll grab some of that. Because we're going to need more of this cabling. It's unfortunate that Ender IO does not have a conduit for refined storage. That's really unfortunate, but that's okay. Hey, there we go. Okay, so that is working, and that should pull everything else out. Beautiful. Now, my major concern is that it's going to fill this entire inventory. Change turn back settings. Currently condition get along after transfer. I'm wondering if I can do change slot layout. All slots are shared by all sides. Each side has its own slot. Perfect. So the red stuff, which is going into this guy, it should only fill up here. I think. We're going to find out. Each slot has its own, each side has its own slots. Yeah. Let's try that. Let's try that out. Because the red stuff should all be going. We're going to try that out. Hopefully that works out for us. Other than that, what else can we do? Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to take a look at getting something with beheading, because we need to get on that. That can go in there too. That and that. So to do beheading, that is all to do with our friend Tinker's Construct. We're gonna need this guy, the large sword blade, and then to build this, I believe I need to upgrade this to a tool forge. So we're gonna break this guy real quick. Tool forge. So to make this, we need, that's not bad actually. We just need some seared stuff, so let's grab this guy. make some seed brick. Like that. And this is going to unlock for us a higher tier of machines. Or tools, rather. So now when you look at it, look at all the options we now have. We've got, of course, the standard stuff, like our pick and our shovel and everything. But now we get things like the hammer, the excavator, the scythe, my favorite, the lumber axe, different types of swords, of course, the cleaver. We want the cleaver. The cleaver is a heavy offensive weapon. It has a powerful strike, but is difficult to wield. So you're kind of slow and unwieldy with it, but it has beheading. So I'm going to... What am I going to do? Try to think of how I want to do this. We can also make some bows and stuff. We don't really need it. The scythe is fantastic. It's a great weapon. If you guys watched Material Energy, you know that I used the scythe to great effect in that. I think what I'm going to do is... Because I need a large tool rod, a large sword blade, large plate, and tough tool rod. 2 tough rods, sword blade, and large plate. So why don't we make... What's the most advanced material we've got? Where's materials in you? I need that book. Let's see. Must be in here then. Nope. Where did I put that book? This is a conundrum, you guys. I need that book. That book tells me all my... Unless... There it is. I knew I put it somewhere. Materials in you. So these are the different materials we can make in the game. I'm going to see if I can make... What is king slime? No, not king slime. I'm going to see if I can make... Alumite. Pig iron, blue slime, bronze... Constantan, whatever that is. Bronze. Unless alumite is not in that manalium, cobalt, ardite. Maybe they got rid of it. That would be really unfortunate if they did. Silver, copper, lead, steel. Interesting. Interesting. That looks like there's no alumite. Alright, well I'm gonna hit the drawing board for a hot minute, guys, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I've just finished off with the smeltery here, and we've got some materials to work with. I decided to go with a lead plate, a silver blade, large sword blade, and 2 iron tough rods. For I think it's the most we can get with our current level of technology and make it look good. We do have some steel, but not enough to make a large sword blade, and we don't need it to be that strong. So all we got to do now that we've got the parts is come on over here. Oop, I'm going to separate those out, and that guy, and there we have it. We have our silver lead cleaver. It's a clumsy weapon, or we're at level clumsy because we're whatever, but it has 11.23 attack damage. Like, that's ridiculous. It's very slow attack speed, but we have 3 modifiers open on it, so we can make it faster. So we're going to... Also has holy in poison. This is unreal. So this is our new sword. Let's call this the Beheader, actually. We're going to call this... Beheader. The Beheader. I'm sure that's not how you actually spell it, but we're going to call it that. How do I... Now, how do I add that to it? Because it's not going to be... I don't know how to name that. I guess I had to name it when I did it. That's fine. So that's our new sword. Now we can get... Now, if I were to go over here... Let me see about... Because I would like to get some new tool pieces. Like, we've got our iron pickaxe, which is fine. But we could probably use with a better flint hatchet and some other stuff at some point. Because it's only flint, right? But for now, let me grab some cobble. Because I want to make a little platform here. And I want to see if I can get some skulls. Because this guy has beheading 2. Which I'm fairly certain means it's 2 times as likely. I'm not sure what the actual math is on it. I have to look it up. So there's everybody. So now, if I give it the old... Ow. Come on, Zom. Come over here. So it kind of works. I need to do, I don't know. Oh, you know what would probably be better? Hold on. Where's our, oh no. I broke that glass and I didn't mean to. Oh no, is that blank? Dark glass. I think I've got some dark glass left. I hope I do. If not, that's really inconvenient that I just did that. But what I'm going to do pretty much is I'm going to knock a hole in the bottom part where they have to all fall down and hope that we can get some sweet kills off that. I should be able to do that pretty easily. Come on now. But we definitely need the Z-Logic controls. The reason I'm going through all of this is because I need a Z-Logic controller or several of them so that we can make farms. Without that, we have no way of doing that. Now, eventually we could make our own custom spawners. But we're going to need a few things. Because to make a powered spawner, you need all of this stuff, which includes heads, a Z-Logic controller, and on top of that, to set it to a specific spawn type, you're going to need a broken spawner. Now you can get, I don't know that we can get broken spawners easily. I think to get broken spawners, we're going to have to go into the nether for them, which is unfortunate. Unless we can, no, it doesn't look like, so we're going to have to break them somewhere. There's somewhere there will be these broken spawners, which my guess will be in fortresses in the end and in the nether fortresses as well. But for now, what I can do is I can do this. And if they drop down, I can just give them a little smack with the sword, or I can do it there, either one. I haven't figured out quite how I'm going to do this. This is not the most efficient design for hand killing things, but it does work. So there's that. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up shortly. I wanted to look at, I'm going to discuss some of the material options we do have. Because we want to get, there's no real reason to have super high level tools other than for our own self-edification, which is fine. So there used to be multiple books for Tinker's Construct, as you guys well know. Instead, we just have the one book now, and I forgot that you can do, when you click the up arrow, it takes you to the head. So I can look at tool materials, the Tinker Tank, which we might use for our lava storage going forward, the seared furnace, and yada, yada, yada. But for tool materials, we can now go and take a look at what we can use. So for example, say I wanted to use Electrum. Electrum is a handle modifier, is 1.1, but a minus 25 to durability. But it does give you an extra 250 and the shocking. So that's something to consider, whereas silver, only has durability of extra 150. So that's when you're doing stuff like putting plates and things on. That's the reason I chose lead, because lead gives me poisonous and 100 durability, and it's not great as a handle material or as a head material. I could have used Electrum and done like an Electrum handle as well, but I didn't want, where is it? Yeah, I could have done that, but I didn't want the minus 25 durability, and I really wanted the lead plate, so I went with that. I think it was a good choice. It balances out nicely. Ultimately, though, we want to be able to get stuff like, I think this Constantan looks like it's pretty decent for, like, this stuff, for weird things. Demonic's got some interesting things. I really like the look of, I'm just going to go back to the top. I really like the look of this firewood stuff. It's got a really high durability for the head, and it's got the ability to add auto smelt, which is not really necessary for us, but I really like how high its durability is. But it's shitty because it can only mine up to stone, so we need a lot of things to get that really high up. The best material you can use is pretty much a blend between cobalt, ardite, and manelium. Manelium is, I think, the fastest at speed, mining speed and attack. Because it's, maybe cobalt is. I guess it's more for, so cobalt is 780, but this is 820. So it's got higher than cobalt, but slower. So you really want to either use cobalt for that, and then you can use manelium, because manelium is a 250 and a 0.5 modifier, and some other stuff. This is 0.9. I don't know. There's a lot of different things, because there's lightweight, momentum. You got to really get a good blend, really is what I'm saying. You really need to get a good blend. Put to more, your tool loves stone. It literally wants to absorb it for durability. That's insane. So yeah, there's a lot of different options that you can make for tool blends. We're going to work there because we need to get, at some point, ardite, manelium, cobalt. The best way to get cobalt, I think, is probably going to be in the nether, because you can sift it using crushed netherrack. Right. So compressed nether gravel, crushed netherrack, which would be, yeah. So we got a lot to do, because we're gonna hammer netherrack into crushed netherrack and all that stuff. But we can only do that if we mine a shit ton of it out of the nether, which maybe we'll do that next episode, because we're getting close to being able to go there easily. We've got flight, so I'm not worried about falling into lava and dying. We are okay for armor. I should armor my jetpack. So maybe that's what we'll do next episode. We'll take a trip to the nether, because it's been long enough. I am going to continue to get wood and stuff, because we're fully automated on this now. We need animals, but that's another thing. Like, we get cows and stuff. I should... Oh, that's a lot. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, so that's a problem. Okay, so we're going to have to... Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that off, because right now this guy won't actually empty out the rest of our stuff. So we're going to turn that off for a hot minute. And we're going to turn this guy to never active, because we definitely don't need any more coal. I'm actually going to take a bunch of the coal out of here, and we're going to go back to a shared inventory, because why not? There we go. Shared inventory. So wait, what are the options? Currently all slots. Each slot has its own sides. Each color has its own slot. Aha. So I'm wondering then, what's on the bottom? The bottom is what? The bottom might be nothing. Can I change? No. That's fine. It's fine. We've got more than enough coal in here. What we'll do is we'll empty out one full rasher of this. We'll save the rest of that. We don't need to activate this for a long time, but the wood collection will run, and that's really what we needed to do. I could have made that with a self smelter in it, which would have been useful, because it could have smelted in, it would auto smelt the wood into charcoal, and then you could take that charcoal directly in and make it self-sufficient, which is an idea, but not one that I'm gonna float. But anyway, guys, that's going to be the end of the episode. If you liked it, you guys know what to do. You can go ahead and leave a like. You can always find other work I've done in the description box below. And of course, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care, and remember, we're going to the nether next time. Bye, guys.